So yesterday we talked about sine law, the find missing sides and angles in non-right triangles, but the sine law doesn't work every time, as I mentioned. So here's a situation where you can't actually use sine law. Remember, to use sine law, you need to know a side and its angle opposite. Well, I know this angle, but I don't know this side opposite. I know this side, but I don't know this angle. I know this side, but I don't know this angle, and I can't find either one of these if I have two of them. But I can't use sine law. I can't set it up. It would be two unknowns if I tried to set up sine law. It would be like b over sine 65 equals 11 over sine c, and that you can't solve it with two different variables. So we need a cosine law. And the cosine law is kind of a combination of doing Pythagoras and right triangle trig. So there is a proof in this lesson as well. But really what I'm just going to do is give you the formulas that we use for cosine law. And then you will always get those formulas. You just need to know how to apply them. To find a missing side using sine law. So let's say we wanted to find little a. Well, little a squared is going to be the other two sides squared, b and c, added together. Minus 2 times those other two sides multiplied by each other. Multiplied by the cos of the angle opposite the side by itself here, so capital A. You can see it's kind of a combination of trig and Pythagoras. You can see some Pythagoras. Okay. If I wanted to find side B, I'd go b squared. Well, what would these two sides be?
A squared.
A squared and c squared. And then a and c again with the times 2. But then it would be cos. That would be. And then same thing here. So I mean, like I said, you'll get the formula, but it's really not that difficult to remember. Okay? This is important because it helps us determine whether to use sine law or cosine law in the question, because you guys are going to reach the point where you'll be given a triangle, you'll be given some information, and you got to figure out which one to use first. Okay? Sine law is used twice. Here, we're given this, and asked to find that. So we're given a side, two sides, the angle between them, and we're asked to find the third side. Or we're given all three sides, and we're asked to find one of the angles. If it's one of those, it's cosine law. If it's not, it's sine law. Okay. All right. Let's look at some examples. Well, we're going back to that one at the beginning. So we need to set it up. B squared. Yeah, but what are the numbers? 5 squared plus 11 squared minus 2 times 5 times 11 times the cos of 65. And then notice it's just a straight order of operations calculation on the right, square root at the end. So b squared is going to be 25 plus 121
And then you can multiply all these together on your calculator. And you would get approximately, usually go 1 or 2 decimal places. You should get approximately 46.5 when you do this whole thing. Or even 4 multiplications.
99. Okay.
I think so. Yeah, you're right. Look at you.
Oh,
What do I do now?
sure about that?
You sure you told me completely? Square root is right, but it's not completely right.
Plus minus 3. No.
Yes,
Oh.
it's not a quadratic, but if you think about it, with cosine law, we're always finding sides, right? So it's never going to be negative. So technically, we should do plus minus square root. Okay? But we're never going to get a minus because you can't have a negative side length. So really, we only have to worry about the positive square root.
Do we have to write plus?
No,
minus?
I'll accept this.
No, but then other questions.
Oh, absolutely.
I usually write just the answer, plus minus 5. I never write plus minus root 25.
That's fine. That's fine. And you should get approximately 10. So plug in correctly, calculate according to order of operations, square root at the end to find the side. What about an angle? There's actually another formula proposed to find an angle. Okay, and this is another one you'll get. And it's a variation of the formula I gave you on the first page. Find cosine of A. If you have it like, yeah, this triangle is AB's. Find, let's do cosine of A. You take the other 2 sides, square them, add them together. Then you subtract the side opposite this letter, so little a squared, divided by 2 times those 2 other sides by each other. That's just a modified version of the previous page formula, but this is a formula you will get. So this time we're actually asked to find C, aren't we? So this is kind of the general formula, but in this specific question, we're going to find cosine C, which means the side opposite C has to go in this slot, right? Because if this is A and this is little a, if this is capital C, little c has to go here. So 18 squared has to go here. Now fill in the rest. 11 squared plus 15 squared, and then it's going to be minus 2 times 11 times 15. Simplify the top, simplify the bottom. Top should work out to 22. Bottom should work out to 330. How do I find C? How do I get rid of cos? Cos inverse. So when you take the cos inverse of 22 over 330, and you round that to the nearest degree. Everybody got it?
No. No. Yes, no. 87 side. Well, at the time, it's 86.1. 86.
But 86 degrees. This is that nearest degree. The next page is the proof of the cosine law. Like I said, it's a combination of right triangle, triangle, Pythagoras. So let's just go to the last question. Where we're going to play a little golf. Okay. So we got to draw this situation. Steinbach Golf Club, shortest distance from the tee to the 8th hole pin is 348 meters. So you got, oh, so you've got a green. We got a flagstick. We'll put the hole in the middle. You know how to read the colors? You know how to read the colors on flags on the green? If it's a yellow flag, that means the hole is near the front of the green. If it's a red flag, that means the hole is somewhere in the middle of the green. If it's a blue flag, that means the hole is near the back of the green. There you go, you learned something about golf. So, and then we got a tee box over here. I used to. I got that, right? And the distance from here to here. Oh, I missed that. My tee box over here. Is 348 meters, although with golf we usually see yards. Okay. And then you probably got some sand traps around here. You probably got some trees here, some trees here. You know, maybe a couple of bunkers halfway down. Okay. You know. Hermit drives the ball so that it lands 195 meters from the tee. Okay. So he's here. He hits the ball. Where does it go? Does it go straight down? No. He slices it. What's a slice? If you are a right-handed person, a slice goes off to the right. If you are a left-handed person, a slice goes off to the left. So let's assume that he's a righty. So he's going to slice it somewhere here. And if I measure, sorry, this is 195 meters. That's where the ball is. Oh, sorry, 195 meters from the tee, not from the hole. My mistake. I knew that was wrong. It also tells us the angle of the slice. (15 degrees). That's the angle formed between if I hit it straight towards the hole and where I slice my ball. Okay. Thank you. Losing it. Losing it. We need to find how far he is from the green or the hole. So that's what we're trying to find. Well, cosine law or sine law?
Nice.
Cosine law. Because we know a side, two sides, and the angle between them. So the missing side squared will equal the other two sides squared. Added together. Minus 2 times those other two sides multiplied by each other. Times the cos of the angle opposite the missing side, which is 12 degrees. Now, you could save yourself some time. You could probably do it all in one shot if you wanted to.
Or you could just do those do those together, do these together. Save yourself a little bit of time. So if I did it like that, if I did 348 squared plus 195 squared, I'm going to get 159,129 minus 2 times 348 times 195 times the cos of 12, and go to 1 or 2 decimal places. Really doesn't matter. So if I went to 1, it would be 0.3. Add, or sorry, subtract those two. And I get 26,374.8. Square root to find the actual distance, and I believe I'm asked to round it to the nearest meter, yes. So if I do that, 162. Okay. That's what rangefinders do. Like for golf, you can buy little rangefinders. When you look through it at the hole, it will tell you how far you are from the hole. It uses trigonometry to calculate. Okay, that's cosine law.